The Roughnecks come to Papa Murphy's Park with aspirations of adding the first blemish to the Republic's record. But it won't come easy for a club that is yet to earn a win. Tonight's match brought to you by UC Davis. I'm Rob McAllister, and filling in for Kevin Goldthwait tonight is Sean Stein. Well, Sacramento off to its best start in club history, and they sit atop the stands with 14 points with 4 wins and 2 draws. Well, the record may not reveal the entire picture, Sean. This is a club that is yet to put together a full, solid 90 minutes.
And that could be good news, but it can also be bad news. The bad news first. We rewind 10 days ago to the match against Colorado, and as you can see, Republic gives up an early corner kick goal again, second consecutive match. Everyone flat-footed, no real communication. That's not what we want to see. The good news is they turn it around in the second half. They are a tale of two halves teams. As we see in the clip, the back line is playing all the way up in the midfield, meaning the aggression is up. Rodriguez plays the ball through to Awasa. That's what Republic needs to do, is get up the field. Well, if Tulsa wants to be the club that hands the Republic its first loss, it will be quite an upset. Sacramento has made life tough for the Roughnecks the past 3 years, going 5-0 and outscoring Tulsa 15-5. Some will say that's Republic's due. Republic just did this with Colorado, hadn't beaten them, they finally took them down. Maybe we see that tonight. And we'll see what happens here. Should be a good one. Tulsa, Sacramento, the My 58 changes to the starting 11 for the Republic. We'll tell you who's in and who's out. That's coming up next.
When someone else depends on you, the question of healthcare can stop you in your tracks. But candidly, it all really comes down to one big question. Who offers the very best healthcare? UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu. During open enrollment, all those questions often lead only to confusion. But when you stop and ask, who provides the very best healthcare, suddenly it all becomes clear. UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu.
Every day, there are millions of stories, but the most important are the stories that impact you. Whether it's keeping your family safe,
these are the areas under a high alert because
understanding changes to your world,
and it could end up costing taxpayers more money, thousands,
or figuring out what the future holds.
It just may be bringing new jobs to Sacramento.
At 10 o'clock, we take more time to focus on the details that impact you most. KCRA 3 News at 10 on My 58, where the news comes first.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bacon XL NY pizza, topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Hey, it's Vince Bloom. Springtime means do-it-yourselfers, little leaguers, and everyone wants to be outside and driving a new 2017 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesel. Because during the spring sales event at Elk Grove Dodge, you can save $20,000 off MSRP. I've got over 80 in stock, and they're all eco-friendly, and they're all on sale. Save over $20,000 on all-new 2017 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels. Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park. A cool one, 60 degrees here in Sacramento this evening. Let's take a look now at our Consolidated Communications player matchup. We begin with Tulsa's Joaquin Rivas, the former Republic midfielder. 2 goals on the season for the Roughnecks. He's looked solid so far. Republic FC fans will remember him. Crafty lefty with that left foot. Got a lot of pace. A guy to watch tonight. He will crash from that left side into the box. Back line's going to have to be on high alert, no doubt about it. And for Sacramento, let's take a look at the goalkeeper. Josh Cohen, proven to be one of the best keepers here in the early get-go, holding the opponent to less than a goal a game. He's had several acrobatic saves to preserve a couple of victories as well for the Republic. Couldn't really ask for a better start from a keeper coming into a new town. Josh Cohen's been everything you need. All right, let's take a look now at our U.S. Bank starting 11. And we begin with Sacramento. A couple of changes. Yuri Matiasic getting his very first start for the Republic. And let's see what he can do here tonight.
Yeah, very excited for him. Also, Cole Seiler playing outside back tonight, normally a center back. Interesting to see how that plays tonight.
All right, and for looks for Tulsa Roughnecks, as we talked about, you see Joaquin Rivas, but a couple of guys on loan. Wyatt Osberg from Minnesota United in there as well.
Captain Francisco Ugarte, a guy to watch, very solid defender. And of course, Republic FC fans know him well. Ivan Mirkovic back at Papa Murphy's Park tonight.
That should be a fun one here. A cool night, but a night that Sacramento looks to extend their streak to the best start in club history. 14 points to start the year without a loss. 4 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses. Meanwhile, for Tulsa, it has been a rough go. Just 2 points on the season, 3 losses, 2 draws, a goal differential of -7. They've had a tough time scoring. Can they turn that around here tonight against a hot Sacramento Republic club? The referee tonight is Victor Rivas. He's accompanied by Brandon Chapman, Jordan Justice, and the 4th official is Sal Espinoza. The visitors in orange and white, Old Glory red and white for the hometown Sacramento Republic. Beyond Bajev, Christian Isley, what do you like about that pairing up top?
It's still early in the season, so it's interesting to see how guys are linking up, but I do really like the technical ability of William Bijev and the finishing qualities of Christian Isley. If Bijev can get a couple balls into the box for Isley, he's known to put those balls in the back of the net.
And now if we have just a moment, let's take a look at our night's UC Davis Health injury report. Kevin Aliman, Josh Turnley, both not able to go tonight. Aliman dealing with a groin issue. And so follow UC Davis Health for the latest news, events, photos, and health tips for your family. Find them on Twitter and Instagram at UC Davis Health. Cameron Wassa, Justin Schmidt, dealing with some injuries as well, but I think they might be able to even give it a go here. Big week for Sacramento, 3 games in 8 days. Here is number 1 after 9 days of rest, after coming off a 2-1 victory right here at Papa Murphy's Park on a Wednesday night. Christian Isley setting the ball down for the Republic. Fans just still filing in here on a cool night at Sacramento. And here we go as Jaime Villarreal takes it a quick start, looking up over the top. And an early touch for Fabian Serta, who's making his 5th start of the season for Tulsa. Tower Bridge Battalion loud and ready to go. Interesting formation that we'll see from this club here, as you may see a 4-1-4-1. You may see a 3-3-1 from Tulsa, toying with a couple of options. It's going to be a test nonetheless for this Tulsa team, for one that has scored an early foul on Carlos Rodriguez. So set piece coming up already for this Tulsa side. Looking better as of late. They opened up the season with 3 consecutive losses. They've picked up draws in their last 2. Here's Fernando Arce. Strong left-footed striker who was signed in January, has started every match for this Tulsa side. Lofts one in, going to be a tough challenge for the Republic. They play it well as Cole Seiler is able to get to it. Now working his way up. Paris Guy sends one in, it's already in the net. The Tulsa Roughnecks, one of the worst scoring teams in the league. And it's the comeback kid, Joaquin Rivas, who puts it in the back of the net. And after just 2 minutes of action, Sacramento finds himself down a goal. And yet the story continues of a dreaded first half for the Republic.
It's officially a trend for this Republic team. They just don't come out firing. They don't come out ready. Cole Seiler does a really nice job on the initial clearance here, but Christian Isley can't turn and lead the break. He loses that ball. The defense is trying to push up. They're out of position. That ball comes right back in, and it's back in the net. It just has to change. The Republic has to come out a lot stronger than this. They can't keep digging themselves a hole.
Well, Guy is a player that has been able to place the ball in a perfect position a few times this season. And he does nice there. His 2nd assist on the year, not quite done yet. And here comes that pressure from Tulsa as Cohen gets it away.
Tulsa's playing exactly how you'd like to see Republic start this game. They're on the front foot. They're out pressuring, out playing aggressive, getting balls in the box, getting set pieces. This is exactly how Republic should have started, but Tulsa's taking it right to them.
Joaquin Rivas, 26 years of age, a star in Nevada, grew up in Las Vegas, and already has 3 goals on the season. Happy to get one against his former team here, and puts the Roughnecks up, who who have led just for 6 minutes the entire season. And they're adding to that total here already in Papa Murphy's Park. Played ahead to Adam Moffitt. And Moffitt sprays it perfectly for Shannon Gomez. And Gomez is taken down outside the box. And it will be a corner kick coming up for the Republic. Gives a quick time to give us your keys to the match, Sean.
Well, you can pretty much throw the first one out. First one is early and often. I wanted the Republic to get out to a strong start. Of course, they give up a goal in the 2nd minute, but this is promising that they're getting an early chance. Second one, win the midfield with Ivan Mirkovic in Papa Murphy's Park tonight. We're going to want to win the midfield battle. The third, keep it clean. You can throw that one out too.
Ball sent in, ricochets away. Excuse me, Sean, it's cleared up.
That third one, you can throw it out too. I wanted a clean sheet. We've got the last place team coming in, not good at scoring goals. Their goal differential is terrible. What do? They give up a goal nice and early. So those keys to the match, they've already failed on 2 of them.
Working it in, lofting it back post. Here comes Mitchell Taintor crashing in. And Mitchell Taintor, looking to get on the board, was called up on loan to Toronto as Toronto was in the Champions League. And it was Mitchell Taintor played all 90 minutes and was able to pick up the game's lone goal for Toronto. They end up losing to Houston 3-1, but on a very similar play. Mitchell Taintor not able to connect there, but does have 1 goal on the season, at least in his MLS side this year. No score for him here in the USL, however. Deep ball, Carlos Rodriguez comes up. Here's Cole Seiler, his first start ever at right back position with the Republic. He's been training with it, as you know, Sean, and let's see how fit he can be here tonight. A little slow coming back from injury as well.
Yeah, just trying to ease him in. Don't want to put the pressure of him playing center back. Republic has competition everywhere on the field. They have the depth. They have guys that are available to step into spots. That's what we've seen Carlos Rodriguez do. He started off the season barely getting any time, and now he's our starting center back with Cole Seiler moving out to the right back. Competition's good. It's good to have this depth. It's good to be able to slot guys in wherever needed.
Shannon Gomez, who's been very good at that right back position, getting the start left back tonight as Tulsa seeking a throw. It will be Republic's instead. Quickly thrown by Matijasic. Matijasic, who signed from Slovenia a couple of weeks ago. Adam Moffitt, good piece of skill right here. Down to Jeremy Hall. Jeremy Hall up top of the point. Back heel to Bijev. Bijev, an errant left foot, and easily to sail it away. Fabian Servian doesn't need to make a play. Jeremy Hall said, we need to turn it on before we get punched in the mouth first. He says it's like we're not really into the game. We're not quite awake until we get hit in the mouth. He said we can't continue to play that way.
Well, they got punched early tonight. This next 10 or so minutes will be very interesting. They've turned the pressure up. They've gotten a couple set pieces, a corner kick. Jeremy Hall and William Bijev linking up there. But this next couple minutes is going to be very important. Speaking of what Jeremy, the captain, says, he's the leader. He sets the tone. They need to come back from this.
Ball sprayed out wide to the man who already has the goal tonight, Rivas. Looking to dump it into a teammate, and it's sent and cleared away by Mitchell Taintor. So Joaquin Rivas, 5 goals, has made now his 33rd appearance with Tulsa, has yet to miss a game since signing after the 2016 season, where he spent 2 years with the Republic and 19 appearances, mostly off the bench. Shielding the ball here into the area. Sends it back out to Paris G. G with a long cross headed into the hands of Josh Cohen.
There you see a little bit of the rust coming from Cole Seiler. He had that back post marking, not necessarily used to that. He's used to the center back pushing out wide. That guy gets in front of him, G gets in front of him. That's something he's not used to.
Quick first step from Matijasic. Middle of the park, plenty of space for Adam Moffitt. Right back to Matijasic into the area, looking for an angle. Goes down in the box, and the referee, Victor Rivas, does not give the Republic the call, as Adrian Giacino may have committed a foul here, and Jeremy Hall is having a conversation with Victor Rivas. And I think he just got caught up. The right call from Victor Rivas, even if the crowd does not approve. To Mitchell Taintor here out wide. Ball sent and angled hard. Cole Seiler lofts it up high, looking for a crashing Republic teammate, punched away by Serta. Here's Jeremy Hall looking for a little bit of space, and it's with a good chance for the left foot, Adam Moffitt. The Republic, a couple of strikes, have not found target, but that's 3 tonight where they're at least going for goal, and that's a good early sign offense. Defensively, it's where they've had a lapse early on in the 2nd minute where Joaquin Rivas was able to punch one home.
That's exactly what you want to see from the Republic right now. Yuri Matijasic making his debut, gets into the box, plays a good Good ball, trying to get that penalty, but that's the kind of stuff you want to see, is them getting forward. Seiler getting forward at right back, sending a ball in. Jeremy Hall, Adam Moffett looking on goal. This is the kind of attacking play Republic needs to do.
So Fernando Arce is down, and as is the goalkeeper, Fabian Cerda. A strong punch out on the attempt by the Republic a minute ago, and may have had the wind knocked out of him. Meanwhile, a step in from Jeremy Hall, and Fernando Arce milking it for every minute that it's worked.
It was a good, strong punch out from the keeper. But what I'd like to see Jeremy Hall do there, as soon as he gets the ball, put that ball right back on net. We got the keeper on the ground, defense is scrambling. We've got to be able to send that ball on net. Jeremy's not necessarily, you know, a shoot-first guy. He's much more of a clearance guy. But we've got the keeper on the ground, a defender there. Jeremy, pick your head up and take a shot on goal there. I like the layoff. Adam Moffat's got to send a shot on goal. You have the keeper on the ground, at least test it. At least send it on net.
So Fabian Cerda may have taken a blow to the back. A heck of a tumble there. He got up quickly to make the play and then try to massage it out, and appears to be okay. Well, for our fans at home, you can follow live stats and more via Twitter through the club's Twitter handle at Sac Republic FC or hashtag LVVSAC. And you're getting a shot just a moment ago there. David Vadril, 51-year-old, back for his second season with Tulsa, played 6 years in MLS. Lastly with Chicago Fire, but does have 2 MLS Cups under his belt. And part of that relationship is the reason why Tulsa has a partnership with Chicago Fire for sending players on loan. Into the corner, Carlos Rodriguez, and sends it off the back of Tulsa's Santiago Maidana.
I'll tell you one thing, Tulsa did not come in here scared. They have come to play. They are keeping the pressure up. They're man marking, they're talking. They look like the aggressors right now, which is the one thing head coach Simon Elliott has wanted to change about Republic. He wants them to be the aggressors. He does not want them on the back foot, doesn't want them playing in the backfield. He wants to get forward. He wants to start the energy early, and Tulsa's doing that to Republic right now.
Finding Isley, Hall, Moffett. Moffett has played an attacking mid-roll here for the Republic the last couple of weeks. Bajev calling for it on the right side. Bajev typically on the left side, but with Moffett fading out to the left, Bajev has worked his way to the right tonight.
That's that type of versatility you want out of this club, though. They have so many players at so many different positions that you can slot them in. You can put a Cole Seiler at right back. You can move Shannon Gomez to left back. You can put Jure Matiasic right in the starting lineup and not lose a beat. You can have Adam Moffett play center mid. You can have him play center back. It's that versatility that's super helpful, and it'll be super helpful the rest of the season. As we get into the dog days of summer, they're going to need guys to play different positions.
Here's Bajev working forward just outside the 18. A left-footed strike, a bit soft, an easy save for Fabian Cerda.
That's good, though. That's what you want to see. You got to get shots on goal. He attacks, he cuts into the middle, which is Bijev's signature move. He gets you going, he gets you dancing, he cuts inside. Then he picks a setup. He's going to put a shot on goal. It's exactly what you want to see out of the attack.
He favors that left side to work off his right foot, but showing his skill from both here. Joaquin Rivas locking on the break, seeking for a teammate, Jeremy Hall, to recover and aid in some help. Ivan Mirkovic, his first touch tonight for Tulsa. He was a fan favorite with the Republic. You talked about that depth, and you're absolutely right. Republic have been hit with the injury bug early on, and not the deepest roster for this team. They still can add pieces. And a hard challenge coming in. Whistle will not be blown by Victor Rivas.
That's
and
also
it's had guys like Hall and Moffett been able to move in different positions, and it's played well for Simon Elliott.
That's one reason why I'm not super worried about the early bad starts. This team hasn't really gelled yet. I mean, you think about it, there are so many new pieces that had to come together so quickly that the injury bug hits. Now you're having to shuffle guys around. These guys are still learning to gel together. Tainter and Rodriguez, our center back pairing, how many minutes have they played together? They're still learning how to play. Seiler playing on the right back. Like, this team needs time to gel. We're not going to get, you know, immediate great play, but that's the good news about it. The results are still there.
Here's an opportunity for Bajev, cutting with his left foot, again sprays it wide, and the crowd with a collective sigh. Sacramento aggressive again, and yet another shot, the 6th tonight. Still have only found one on target, however, Sean.
But that's the kind of high pressure you want to see out of Republic. They're causing turnovers right outside the box. That ball's loose, they're getting a shot on goal. That's the exact type of defensive pressure Republic wants. They want to force you into mistakes. They have guys who are ready to pounce. Bijev just didn't turn his hips enough there, didn't put it on frame, but that's the type of defensive pressure that Republic wants to get going early. Here it is again.
Bijev, Matiasic. Quick touch. Bijev again, Hall. Great spacing for Sacramento tonight. They've had areas to work with. Matiasic showing why he was picked up here early in the season. Great footwork on the ball. Jaime Villarreal to Isley. Isley looking for a teammate, finding Matiasic. Volleys it down, pushed down hard, and there's going to be a foul on Ivan Mirkovic. Easy call for Victor Rivas, and sets up a free kick for the Republic.
I'm just throwing this out there. I know you called Ivan Mirkovic a fan favorite. Give it a few more weeks, Yuri Matiasic is going to be one of those guys. He's incredibly talented. He just needs time to get used to playing with his teammates. Great first touch here, right off the chest. He knows where everybody is. He knows what he's going to do, and you know Mirkovic is going to go in hard there. Anybody who's watched him play knows he's a physical guy. But mark my words, Yuri Matiasic is going to be a fan favorite here real soon.
Mirkovic pretty much forced the league into the yellow card accumulation and expanding that. He's one of those players in
Might as well call it the Mirkovic role.
It really is, and Mirkovic nearly picked up a yellow card with seemingly every game, and lost him for some valuable games toward the end, as the league after that found it a little bit too rough for the yellow card accumulation. Moffitt and Bijev are over it. Victor Rivas telling each side to calm things down a bit. Look for Isley and Cole Seiler crashing on the backside. You have Mitchell Tainer along with the wall, as is Jaime Villarreal for anything quickly back. It will be Bijev. Bijev tries to go through the wall, looking for a second opportunity. Outcome with another big punch is Serta, and Serta is in trouble. He is injured. He's asking for Rivas to stop play, and finally play is solved, or stopped, excuse me. Train staff will come out, and the crowd is furious with the call by Victor Rivas, even though it might be the right one. As soon as he punched it out, he was calling for the trainer. I think he's tweaked his back pretty much. Hard goes down for the second time in about 10 minutes.
He fell right on his own guy there. I believe that was Rivas on the ground coming all the way back. And he's taken a beating in this first 15 minutes. But another great goalkeeping play. I mean, that's the right play. You don't want to catch that ball. Too much traffic. If you go up and catch it and you mishandle it, that ball's coming right back down. There's too many bodies to deal with it. That's the right play to punch it, but he paid the price on that one.
So Fabian Serta, now the second time the training staff has come out. It is Chase Gentry, a youngster that would replace him, and that's a tough way to use a substitution, and especially in a night like this where you lead 1-0. And now the crowd showing their displeasure for Fabian Serta, who has stopped play 2 times in the early get-go here at Papa Murphy's Park.
And here's the only problem I have with that play. Victor Rivas was right to stop that play, but that play kept going a little bit. All Bijev had to do was send that ball into the box. He tried to play with it. He tried to do his little dance, which 95% of the time is exactly what you want Bijev doing out wide. But really, all he had to do was kick that ball in the box. Something's going to happen. There are too many bodies in the box for something not to happen for Republic there. Just took too many touches.
And Tulsa trying to claim possession here, and I don't think they'll win the argument. Are they going to do a drop ball between the two? And it appears they do. And so Bijev allows it to happen, and everyone's a bit confused here at Papa Murphy's Park. Nonetheless, Mirkovic sends it to the back line, and now we have another Tulsa player down on the turf, and they're cramping as well. And this could be an ugly one shortly here if Tulsa continues to have said injuries.
I'm not going to call him out yet, but usually when you see this, a top of the table team playing a bottom of the table team, that bottom of the table team takes a lead. Late in the game, you see some time wasting tactics. You see some guys start to cramp up, quote unquote. You see, you know, not necessarily chippy play, but a little bit harder fouls. So I'm not going to call him that right now, But this is something you'd usually see in maybe the 85th minute where, you have a 1-0 lead on the road against a top table team. You're going to want to, waste a few minutes. But I don't think that's the case here. I think this is real.
And so Santiago Mayada, who has had a tough time staying on the pitch, got the start a week ago against Fresno, played 45 minutes, has only played a little over 100 minutes, including tonight, all season long. So he will come out. So already Tulsa's having to make a substitution, and it's Michael Benz who will replace Santiago Maidana. So Michael Benz had to hurry up and get ready. Benz, the Jamaican, 29 years of age, came on as a sub for Maidana a week ago, and here he is again. Typically play that left wing for Tulsa, so he may move out wide and Rivas to the middle, with Maidana now out of the game. So the first substitution in the 19th minute for Tulsa, and with their goalkeeper having back issues, this could become quite a story for Tulsa if they want to hang on and earn their very first point ever against the Republic.
Well, now if you're David Vaudreuil, you look at Serta and say, I need you to go 90. I can't use another sub on a keeper and only leave myself one. That's just not what I want to do at this point in the match. So you hope he doesn't take another shot.
So they are calling it a left groin injury and potentially just could not go. So Michael Benz is in. Started the first 3 matches of the year and had a red card suspension, and now he's worked his way back likely into the lineup. Quick touch, Matty Arce has Bajev to his right, to Bajev, low hanging ball, looking for Isley. Serta down to the ground. And we'll gobble it up, but another good build up from the Republic. We're starting to see this team click offensively. And again, it took an early goal from Tulsa for them to wake up a bit. But you've got to feel pretty good if you're Simon Elliott right now.
And that's the good news, bad news we were talking about earlier, that this is good. This is how you want Republic to play. The bad news is they had to get punched in the mouth first. They had to concede a goal to say, oh, we've got to come to play. We're playing the bottom table team. They're coming to play. We need to step it up. You got to get rid of that so that this is 0-0 and you're making these plays, that you're the aggressor, that you want to get them out of their game early, not let them have hope.
Out wide, Bajev against Benz, looking for a teammate. Isley there into the 6, cleared away by Serta, and now Benz able to get to it. Gomez being pressured. Same thing with Seattle. It took the red card for Mitchell Tainter for the Republic to wake up. That ended up 10 versus 9 as it was a yellow card accumulation and then another red card by the Sounders too, and Sacramento would win that game 1-0 on an Adam Moffett penalty kick. Isley goes down a bit awkwardly, appears to be okay, looking to spring something forward is Tulsa. And Tulsa has had massive issues with possession. First time all season long they owned the possession a week ago, and that was in a 2-2 draw versus Fresno. They turned the ball over a lot. They have not been able to keep it where they want it. This ball sent up high looking for Isley, and good shielding by Wyatt Omsberg. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50.
You talk about the possession tonight. We're looking at about 65% for Republic so far. They have had the ball, but you still got to get them across midfield, as we talked about in the previous game highlights from Colorado. That goal Cameron Wassa scored, Carlos Rodriguez made the pass. That back line's playing at the midfield. They have the aggression. They're in the front foot. That's what needs to happen now. We can't get too far back. We can't give Tulsa the amount of space they want because they're not a good possession team. They will turn it over, as we've seen already tonight 3 or 4 times. They will turn it over if you put the pressure on. Republic has to be on the front foot.
Republic allowing less than a goal a game, but just about there. Only 1 clean sheet for Josh Cohen, but he has been fantastic. Has kept the Republic in games. Likely held on to a couple of victories as well. But you can't ask your keeper to do that each and every night. The Republic's back line, especially on set pieces, has to be better. They've really struggled there. Isley comes in, last touched off his head. It'll be a throw for Tulsa. Tulsa, however, averaging opponents giving up 2.2 goals a game. And that's not a good sign, especially for a team that has only scored 5 on the year.
Which is why you come into this match as Republic expecting a dominant performance. You want an emphatic 3-0 victory. You're playing against a team who A, can't score, and B, gives up goals, C, doesn't possess the ball. That's a recipe for success for Republic. Giving up that early goal, now they can play their game. They don't have to possess the ball. They'll give you possession. They'll let you play with it, but they're going to pressure you into keeping in the back line.
Speaking of the team being pressured, it is Tulsa that's putting the pressure on Sacramento, led by Mirkovic, who played here for a season and a half and was a key member of the 2014 championship team, getting the start defensive mid tonight. We said this is a team that is trying to press more, so they're trying to work things out as well. And here we see a little bit more of the formations where it's a 3-3-1. They'll slip back into a 5-4-1 at times. Sacramento's had a lot of space. Can they convert here? Adam Moffett trying to lay it off. And Cole Seiler goes down. Victor Rivas does not blow the whistle. And for Kevin Goldthwait tonight is Sean Stein. Sean, thank you for chipping in here on a cool Sacramento evening at the end of April.
Absolutely thrilled to be here. Of course, I'd like to see a different scoreline, but this is a true pleasure.
Seiler pushed down. They're going to play advantage. Seiler moving into the break, angling toward goal. To the middle, looking for Moffett. A good step up from Tulsa. They may look to counter, spray it out wide to Rivas. Rivas loves to cut back on his left foot. Key to keep him on his right tonight. Tulsa without Claudio Munoz, who is serving his 1-game suspension for a red card that he got against Fresno in the 81st minute. Leads the team in minutes played, so a big loss tonight, but so far it is Tulsa who is on top after a goal in the 2nd minute. Paris G finding Joaquin Rivas.
Tulsa surely does not look like the bottom of the table team right now. They look like they're playing together. They look compact. They're playing together. They've got their pressure right. So this is the problem with taking early season results and making bold statements about it. You can't always read too much into it. Yes, they've had problems scoring. Yes, they've had problems possessing. They're still a USL team. They're still capable of doing these things. This is something Coach Simon Elliott said coming into this game, is that you can't take anybody lightly in this league. They will come to play. They know you're top of the table. They're going to gun for you.
Victor Rivas telling Tainter and Villarreal enough of that. Fernando Arce down for the 2nd time this evening. Well, for all our Indomitable season ticket holders, if you still haven't picked up your ID card and limited edition scarf, you can contact the club at 916-307-6100. Arce will likely try to lob this toward the back, put it up top to Benz instead. Benz with a ball down low, trying to sneak past the back line. Republic look to counter. Beautiful weighted ball from Adam Moffett. Bijev working forward. Benz has to get back and track. Bijev, one of the best one-on-one. Into the 18, trying to cut it in. And it may be last touched by the Republic, a goal kick for Tulsa.
Again, though, that's the type of counterattack we're looking for. Moffett gets that clearance away, picks his head up, sends it in the path of Bijev. That's where you want Bijev, is out wide, 1v1 scenarios. He's so dangerous. Benz needed help. That needed to be a 2-on-1 for Bijev to be stopped. That's the type of counterattack you're looking for. Send that ball out wide, get forward, run onto it with Bijev, run onto it with Matiasic out wide. Those are the types of counterattacks that Republic has to start doing.
Fans did not get to see Adam Moffett a season ago due to all the injuries, just 7 appearances. But here in 2018, he has been key to this early success. Has played along the back line, played in the midfield, moved up to the attacking position, has worked as a solid 9 for this team if you want to put him in that position tactically. Either way, he has been able to do a lot of things. And I don't think many fans understand how good this player is, as Tulsa comes with a corner kick. 31 years of age. Scottish national, won the MLS Cup 2008. As part of the runner-up teams in the 11-12 seasons with Houston. Played 10 years in MLS. A great find for a Republic team that is predominantly young. Corner kick, outswinger, chance for Tulsa to add to another one. Republic cleared away.
It's a better sign for Republic that we clear that corner kick away. You can't allow that front post run to go unchecked. You've got to get a body in front of him.
Bijev gets in front of Arce. Arce down again and will be blown for another foul. Arce is able to work Victor Rivas pretty well tonight, drawing his 3rd foul of the evening.
Yeah, a little bit of a cheap foul there. I don't know that I would have given that. But back to the Adam Offit discussion. I really think he's the unsung hero of this Republic season so far. He's a professional football. He just knows what to do in every spot. You mentioned all the positions he's already played. He knows his role. He knows what he has to do. He knows his job, and he goes out and does it. And he does it well. And he's been a leader. As you said, this is a young club, 31 years old. He's seen it all. He's there. He's a resource for these young guys to go to.
Republic off to their best start in club history. 14 points, 4-0-2. Arce sends it hard driven ball and going for goal. Hits the top of the net. Josh Cohen nearly gave up his 2nd goal, something that has not happened very often in this 2018 season.
Boy, that was an aggressive free kick there. I like the idea from Tulsa's perspective there. You've got everyone in the box. Might as well take a shot. Catch him off guard. Cohen's not expecting that ball. He was on his back feet. When he made that first step, he was on his back foot. Not a bad idea there from Tulsa. But you mentioned it. Republic's best start, 14 points. And as we said in the opening, they haven't played their best football yet. We have yet to see a complete 90 minutes from this squad. Now, the injury bug has been a big part of that, conceding early goals, the early red card in the Seattle match. We've yet to see the best 90 minutes from this club, and they're top of the table. That's the good news. That's what Republic fans have to look forward to, is that we haven't put it all together yet. When they do, I don't even know what's going to happen. This could be a top-notch team.
Well, as the Real Monarchs found out last year, they started hot, ended hot, but when it came time to the playoffs, they ended up losing to this Republic team that limped their way into that 8th spot. So you never quite know what the regular season means compared to what will happen in the playoffs. Shannon Gomez just near the end line with the ball sent in. And Serta will watch it tag the side of the net. A little bit heavy from Mariasic.
And that's a good play. And that's clearly them not having played together. Gomez making that overlapping run. Ure not necessarily knowing exactly where he's going to be, just putting it out in space. They'll get there. That's the gelling process.
Hear exclusive stories directly from the USL's player and USLsoccer.com's From the Pitch. Written and video content provided, unfiltered access and first-person look at the professional game and everyday lives of the players. Victor Rivas comes in and he'll book Tulsa on this one, and it is Adrian Jusino, the game's first yellow card. Jusino, the 25-year-old from Massachusetts, starting along the back line of Tulsa here.
Yeah, he deserved that yellow card. That was a promising attack from Christian Isley. Just a loose ball, making that turn. Jusino comes over, cuts him off. Just clips him right there on the heel. Isley was making that turn. Definitely worthy of a yellow card.
So yellow card for Tulsa. Also already a substitution. Santiago Maidana could not continue a left groin injury. He was replaced by Michael Benz. Here's Jaime Villarreal, came over from Los Angeles, and I would say not the start that we hope from Jaime Villarreal. Expecting a little bit more. Good curling ball here. Can he find a teammate? Finding Mariasic on the second attempt. It's going to be Jeremy Hall, almost for goal. Serta had to react quickly as Hall gave it a go, and one of the best strikes we've seen from number 22 in his 2.5 years here.
I honestly can't remember another time he actually did that, let alone just looking at it. That's fantastic. That's the exact shot you want to put on goal. Everyone's scrambling, that ball's coming out. Everyone takes a breath, it's cleared. You send that right back on net. That's exactly what you want out of a center mid. I'm very excited to see that from Jeremy. He's finally putting that offensive touch into his game.
Beyond Bijev, the game's second corner for the Republic. Sends it in low, popped up high, still a chance for the Republic. Serta goes up and gets it in his 6th, and he falls to the ground. And the crowd's gonna have a bit of a laugh because This is straight the third time he's gone up, and the third time he's now suffered some sort of injury.
Yeah, but he's clearly in pain. I mean, this may not have been contact. He might have just hit the ground hard, but he's in pain. After that second fall on Rivas, I mean, he's clearly dealing with something. So the fact that he's even diving to make these plays, I'm impressed. This is an impressive goalkeeping play. It's not the easiest play to make. You've got bodies in front of you. He gets clipped. He gets clipped underneath him, and he falls on his hip. Now, there's nothing conspicuous there. There's no foul. There's nothing there. That's a hard foul. He's up in the air, and he falls on his hip. He's already dealt with back issues during the match. Not necessarily I'm okay with guys laying on the ground in a soccer match, but he's in pain. He's feeling something.
So Serta tonight, a very aggressive keeper, did not start a week ago because of a loan situation. Stephen Cleveland coming in, taking the full 90 on loan from Chicago. So Serta is going to be okay, it appears, but I'll tell you what, Chase Gentry is warming up on the sideline here for this Tulsa side, and that would be the second substitution if Serta cannot go. And this may also be concussion protocol.
I think that's part of what Simon Elliott, head coach of Republic, came over to the fourth official, and I think that's what he was asking is, I mean, if this continues, he has to come off. If he's going down this many times, you need a substitute. I think that's part of the conversation being had. Gentry's been warming up for the past 20 or so minutes.
Ball sent in deep. Little push from behind from Tainer to Rivas. Shannon Gomez looking for Isley. Tulsa with a 1-goal advantage. Scored first in the 2nd minute. Joaquin Rivas, the former Republic midfielder, building something pretty decent here. Jeremy Hall bumps him off his line, cuts back in. Sent out of play. Throw for the Republic.
You can kind of start to see Tulsa's thought process here. They are keeping 3 defenders back. They are not letting them get anywhere near the attacking spot. Republic's only putting 1 forward. Christian Isley's playing as that forward right now. That's the thought process for Tulsa. They'll let their forwards, the midfielders, get forward. They're going to stay back. They're going to protect this lead.
Try to hang on to strike from distance, sailing out of play. Goal kick for Josh Cohen.
We really can't talk enough about how big Josh Cohen's been early in this year. Just so many crucial saves. It's not even necessarily the great saves. It's the timing of the saves. It's those momentum plays that if that ball gets past you, this building's going to go silent. He makes those saves. He makes those plays. Now, this is the tough part about goalkeeping stats. Oh, he doesn't have a shutout. He has the goals against. He's still been an incredible goalkeeper. Sometimes goals happen. Sometimes it's on the defense. Sometimes it's not on the keeper. That's why I don't really look too much at his goalkeeping stats at the very least, because he's been so dominant so far this year.
Public only allowing 2 goals in 1 game, and that was on the road in South Texas against Rio Grande Valley. And it was a last-minute own goal. Adam Moffitt sent a cross in that held this Republic streak alive. But other than that, Josh Cohen, who started his career with Orange County, then moved on to Phoenix, signed with the Republic in the offseason. But he is a goalkeeper that is quite vocal, and Mitchell Tainer takes one to the head from Fernando Arce. And Tainer will be on the ground for a moment, and out comes the training staff. But here is a club for Sacramento. A lot of guys in 2017 were playing in similar positions or were used to playing in certain roles. They didn't have the flexibility that they have this year. This team also seems to rely less on Jeremy Hall to conduct the entire field and put guys in place where they need to be. You can see the back line working. You see Josh Cohen directing. A lot more direction, a lot more guys talking here in 2018 than we saw even a season ago.
It's not necessarily night and day from last year to this year, but it was pretty much an overhaul. I mean, this entire system changed. The defensive pressure, the defensive schemes changed. How Republic builds up, how they play from the back, playing centrally, inside out. It all changed. So yes, you're exactly right. Jeremy Hall is not counted on to orchestrate so much of the offense. He has, you know, other defenders. Jaime Villarreal, he was brought in to do just that. Adam Moffitt, an offensive-minded player. He's got forwards with Iwasa and Isley. This is a very different team from last year. And I know people are going to point to the results. Yes, of course it's a different team. These guys are getting results. don't read too far into that. Yes, Republic's on an unbeaten run. Yes, they've started out hot. They're still gelling. They're still figuring it out. And in that gelling process, we may see some tough results. This might be a tough result tonight. This could turn out to be a 2-0 loss. And you don't want to read too far into it because they're still gelling. They're still playing together.
Well, in Sacramento last year, a lot more chances created, just weren't converting. This year, they're converting at a higher rate. Their percentage is almost 20%. Heading into this game was under 13% at most times during the 2017 campaign. And that is the big difference we've seen from Sacramento. Foul is called out along the touch line. It'll be a throw for the Republic here at the 38th minute.
And that's the give and take, right? You want a lot of chances created, but you don't want that number to be low in percentages converted. If you want a lot of chances, you want a lot of them put away. You look at a team that doesn't have a lot of chances created but puts them away at a high rate. You would take that a lot of times over a team that's setting the ball in the box but can't finish. You'd rather get the results. You'd rather get the high conversion rate. And that's something I think we'll see from this Republic team moving forward. I think they have guys that are looking to finish. Awas has proven it. Isley's finished to be a great guy in the box. Bijev, he knows how to finish in the box. I think this team's going to be a high conversion team.
Want to get exclusive video content, photography from across the USL? Make sure you follow at USL Soccer on Instagram. Throw for the Republic. Alongside Shine Steinwell, I'm Rob McCallows here. Republic down a goal to Tulsa. Team in last place in the Western Conference. Jaime Villarreal volleying it forward, looking to make a move. Tulsa again thwarting the attacks. Tainer comes up strong. And now falling to the ground is Riggs Lennon. Tainer told him to get back up. Riggs Lennon made an appearance here in the U.S. Open Cup match with Real Salt Lake last year, where Republic went on to win 4-1. Signed in late spring here from Real Salt Lake. Looking for an offside call. Ball driven in low. Mitchell Tainer to a toe to it. Moffitt always looking to spring something forward. Leven had a bit of trouble tonight at that defensive mid-roll as Mirkovic has gone up further. In stride, Bijev. Outside the 18, looking to cut in. Lays it up, Mariasic. Benz just stepped in front, a good defensive mark. Benz has become a good addition here as a substitute for Santiago Maidana, who exited around the 10-minute mark.
Just a bit too many touches there from Bijev, looking to make that cut inside, which we said it's kind of his signature move. He'll get you moving, he'll get you dancing, and he wants to cut inside. Defender read it well. He had that drop-off pass to Mariasic, waited a couple seconds before laying it off. The defense have already closed on Mariasic, but another good sprung counterattack off of having to play in your back line. That's a good sign. Those are the right kind of signs. They're making the correct pass. They're keeping their eyes up. You said Moffitt always looking to spring somebody. It's because he has his eyes up. He knows where everyone is on the field. He's gonna make that pass. He's gonna at least look for it. That's the type of play you want to see, and that goes back to Moffitt being a leader. Lead by example. Show them how you want to play. You get the ball, you look up, clear it out, get that counterattack going.
Last touch by Tulsa here.
Republic has a lot of space to deal with on the field right now. The high pressure is kind of a token pressure right now. They're just forcing them into the first pass, but that center of the field right now, Hall wide open, Moffitt has open space, Villarreal has open space. Republic's got to look to play out of there. Not necessarily out of the back line, play through the middle.
Dancing between 3 and 4 minutes of stoppage time after a lot of the injuries here. Mirkovic. Arce. Cut off. Here's Benz. Arce down again. Benz will continue the play, sends it in. Rivas can't get to it. Carlos Rodriguez. As Simon Elliott said, he has been impressed with his slight improvement week by week. And that is the reason why he has been placed into the starting 11 here in the Republic in the back line.
It's also something to remember about this team. They're so young. Carlos Rodriguez is still very young. He's still learning his position, still learning how to play at this level.
Adam Moffitt furious with the fourth official here, as Sal Espinoza did not call what appeared to be a high kick from Adrian Jacino. Jacino already with the yellow card. It may have just shaved the side of Adam Moffat's face, and Moffat did not take too kindly here. Good cutoff here on a square ball. Jaime Villarreal goes down, and Jonathan Levin will be charged with the foul on this. Deep set ball here for the Republic. Probably like something out wide here for Sacramento. So we're inching toward the end of the first half. Republic 14 points, Tulsa 2 points heading into this match. Last place in the Western Conference for the Roughnecks. Sacramento at the complete opposite end at the top of the table. Republic perfect at home this year, 3 wins. Crowd getting into it here on the set piece. Sacramento has had the better opportunities. They've not been able to score. Looking for Tainer on a second opportunity, still volleying around. In comes Hall into the 18, and it's cleared away by Tulsa.
Too many flat feet there. Too many guys waiting for somebody else to make the play. That ball's in the air, go get it. Or if somebody else is making a play, you make a run off of that play. Don't just stand and watch. Way too much of that going on. And we talk about the chances created. That's something you have to do, is convert that.
Good angling ball, looking for Mitchell Tainer. Was Cole Seiler to switch the entire part of the field. And Victor Rivas has blown his whistle, and another stoppage for training staff to come out and take a look as another Tulsa player is down. Ivan Mirkovic not taking too kindly to Mitchell Tainer going hard toward goal. And it is Paris G who is on the turf as we speak.
50-50 ball. Mitchell Tainer went for it. He won the header. I believe his header, when he connected, he also connected with G's head. Nothing malicious there. That's a 50-50 play.
Tower Bridge Battalion still beating on the drums to the north end of the park here. The field playing much drier than it has been. His last couple of matches here, it's been drenched by a deluge of rain just in the leading days up to it. But here finally we've had a break, and so the field not playing as wet as it was. And now Paris G is going through the concussion protocols. He may have taken one to the head in that collision with Mitchell Tainer. And he'll be put off the field for the moment and we'll be able to check back in. But these extra minutes of stoppage time, which is 5 minutes, it's brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at Rayleighs.com.
These 5 extra minutes of stoppage time are brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra.
One goal in this game so far came in the second minute. The Republic appear to not be quite awake yet, and they paid for it again. Joaquin Rivas on a cross from Paris G, who just walked off the field here for a moment and will come back in as soon as play resumes. And Fernando Arce will lead it to a goal kick for the Republic.
I would say these are an important 5 minutes here, just momentum's sake. Going into halftime, being down 1-0 is not the worst case scenario, but you want to go in on your front foot like this. You want to get Bijav out wide. You want to get a chance. These 5 minutes are important. Show Tulsa you're not going to back down, that they're in for a tough 45 minutes the next half. Show them that.
Tulsa goes down again, and I don't have to tell you who it is. It's number 20, Fernando Arce, who for the 5th time this evening has fallen to the turf pretty hard.
I could actually hear him cry wolf from the field.
Well, a yellow card has just been handed out to Cole Seiler, so apparently Victor Rivas thought it was enough. And either Fernando Arce is having a tough goal in his first 45, or he's able to draw the penalties well enough, and he picks up a yellow card here.
I would also venture to guess that that won't be our last yellow card of the match. I would imagine this gets a bit chippy in the second half.
Second yellow card of the evening. First came in the 31st. Haven't seen much of Isley here in the last 20 minutes or so.
I also don't think that's the exact way Republic should be using Isley as a target man to send deep balls in. That's not his game. His game is running onto balls, sending them through balls, getting him in the box, getting headers on goal. Playing him as a target man against a taller defender, which is what he's going up against, that's not necessarily the way you want to use Christian Isley. All this space Republic has to work with. They've got to produce with this space. Switch the field, look across the field. There you go.
Matiasic finding Jaime Villarreal here to Gomez. Deep into the corner. Sacramento trying to find something here in the closing minutes of the first half of play. Moffitt's going to send one in, just trying to get something going toward goal. Allows for an opportunity for Tulsa to potentially break free. Arce, some pretty good footwork here, and Arce moving across the field. Jaime Villarreal looking to cut him off, finds Benz. Highlights and stats coming up at the break. Don't go away. Also a special feature. Let you a little bit in on what some of these players' favorite pizza might be. So stay tuned for that. It's all coming up at the half. Mirkovic on it. Less than a minute here to play. After 5 minutes was added because of multiple stoppages for injuries. We've seen the Republic sneak one in the final moments a couple of times in the last 2 years. Can they do it here? Bajev deep into the corner, has it taken away by Wyatt Omsberg. Omsberg, who's on loan from Minnesota United out of Maine, and considered one of the top center backs in the draft a year ago, was drafted 15th overall by Minnesota. He's playing the back line in a 3-3-1 set for this Tulsa side, who leads the Republic by a goal. Their longest time that they've had a lead this season. It was 6 minutes heading into this match. They've controlled since the second minute. Benz along the left side. Tulsa's going to try to get into the locker room and keep this lead. Strong challenge from Gomez. He hasn't quit. Goes in hard to Ivan Mirkovic. And Mirkovic holding his left ankle as Shannon Gomez went in hard for the challenge. And the training staff will come out for Tulsa again, and a yellow card is shown to Shannon Gomez in stoppage time in the first half.
I disagree with that card. Seemed like a simple challenge. Mirkovic is known to sell the physical contact.
Well, he's been one of the best at it since coming into the USL. Yeah, he sold it well. Did go in hard. You could make a case.
Mirkovic isn't making a play on the ball. You actually don't even see the ball in the picture when the contact happens. I'm not so sure that deserves a yellow. You want to call a foul? Okay, but calling a yellow on that one, I'm not so sure.
Mirkovic did so well with the Republic in the year and a half that he was here in Sacramento. Able to draw fouls, get players frustrated, committed a couple of fouls himself. We always talk about that bulldog in the midfield that was so prominent and key to the success of the Preki-led teams. You needed a player like that because you needed your guys out wide, left and right, to run those flanks, left back and right back. And with Mirkovic, you could do that.
He is the epitome of a guy you love when he's on your team. You don't love him when he's on the other team.
Well, the final whistle here in the first half is finally going to blow here just about any moment. Both sides just continue to get tangled up here in the final minutes of this first half of play. Arce again involved, and now he's holding his face. Or maybe his shoulder. So Fernando Arce, his father, a big-time Mexican national team star, 47 caps. And with the left foot, going to strike toward goal, and Josh Cohen, who's been left alone for most of the second half of this first half of play, finally getting some action there. And that is the whistle from Victor Rivas. And the crowd showing their displeasure with this Victor Rivas-led crew. A little testy here, but the Republic have only themselves to blame after going down a goal, and they trail heading in to the break 1-0. Can they turn it around? They've been the second half team of this year. They've been so good in those final 45. We'll have more in your halftime show coming up right here on the My 58. Don't go away.
When someone else depends on you, the question of healthcare can stop you in your tracks. But candidly, it all really comes down to one big question. Who offers the very best healthcare? UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu. During open enrollment, all those questions often lead only to confusion. But when you stop and ask, who provides the very best healthcare, suddenly it all becomes clear. UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu.
I Love Lasher, starring Vince Bloom and the Canine Companions for Independence Puppies.
They're all dressed up because during the Subaru Loves the Earth event, these busy bees are partnering with the California Honey Festival to support sustainable farming initiatives like beekeeping. They also love the sweet deals on new 2018 Forester 2.5i CVTs, only $23,870. Plus, get financing as low as 0% for up to 48 months, or lease one for only $159 a month. Only at Lasher's Oak Grove Subaru, in the Oak Grove Auto Mall, and online at oakgrovesubaru.com.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Hey, it's Vince Bloom. Springtime means do-it-yourselfers, little leaguers, and everyone wants to be outside. And driving a new 2017 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesel. Because during the spring sales event at Elk Grove Dodge, you can save $20,000 off MSRP. I've got over 80 in stock, and they're all eco-friendly, and they're all on sale. Save over $20,000 on all new 2017 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels. Only at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge, in the Oak Grove Auto Mall, and online at oakgrovedodge.com.
First half in the books from Papa Murphy's Park. Sean Steinwell, Rob McAllister with you. Tulsa, worst team in the West, one of the worst in the USL, but they're playing the better match so far tonight. They lead 1-0. Let's take a look at our NorCal Honda first half highlights. And it was not the start Simon Elliott and the Republic were hoping for. Good weighted ball in, opportunity here. And Sacramento again getting caught flat-footed. Paris G with a beautifully served ball to Joaquin Rivas.
Yeah, good initial clearance from Cole Seiler, but Isley's got to do better holding that ball up. The defense is pressing up. They're not ready for this ball. Yes, they're flat-footed. That's an excellent cross and an excellent finish, though.
And then Fabian Serta, who was very active early on and not a player that's going to be shy. Sacramento had a couple of good looks, a great punch out, and took one heck of a stumble. Still got back up on his feet as Adam Moffitt and company tried to find again 2 consecutive goals. Serta looked really good here, but did cause a little bit of pain in his lower back because of it.
Yeah, making the correct play, just has bodies in front of him, having to deal with all of that, but making the correct play. Public's got to take advantage of those opportunities, though. Keeper's on the ground, get a shot on goal.
Here's Bijev using his weaker left foot, just a slight off the mark, and doesn't have quite the power that he has with his right foot. And then Bijev again would look to make something happen and just could not find target. But he's been a pest. He's played it well on that right side and attacked when he needed to.
Yeah, you like to see him getting shots. He'll put one away. He's one of those guys, you get him comfortable, he's going to make the right play.
And Sacramento again, continuing to try and make things happen in this first half. They had more attacks. They had better looks on target. They just could not put it in. And so Fabian Serta and the rest of the Tulsa Roughnecks able to hold on to the 1-0 advantage as Sacramento owning possession overall and just not able to find the net. Easy play again for Fabian Serta. Let's take a look now at our first half stats, and we're brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Subaru. 4 shots, or couple of shots goal for Tulsa, and we had 7 for Sacramento. And the possession starting to even out a little bit toward the end, but you got to feel Republic overall played better, but it's Tulsa with the goal lead.
Yeah, that doesn't really tell the story. 56-44 possession. Republic had a lot of the ball, just not in great areas. They were having to play out of the back.
All right, well, in honor of pizza night here at Papa Murphy's Park, we'd asked a few of the players to weigh in and construct their very own dream pizza. What is everyone's dream, right? Well, the results are meat lovers' delight. Check that out here on Pizza Night at Papa Murphy's Park.
Ooh, if I could create my own pizza, it would have a lot of meat.
It would have beef, pepperoni, diced onions,
pineapple, pepperoni, prosciutto.
We're talking pepperoni, bacon, salami, sausage.
White onions, not red onions.
Mozzarella cheese, tomato sauce.
Go with the all meat, extra meat, everything meat.
And bacon.
And ranch sauce. Can't get ranch sauce. Kind of pizza without ranch sauce.
Eat it all. Not feel too good after maybe, but just crush it.
I won a pizza eating contest in college, actually. I ate a whole large pizza in 4 minutes and 28 seconds. I even got a trophy.
I like that little wiggle at the end. Like, get excited about pizza.
Wilson Nisha, no doubt, may be one of the goofiest guys on this team. There's no doubt about it. Well, let's take a look now at this week's Blakedown. Jack Blake from Tampa Bay with this week's Blakedown.
Welcome to the Blakedown once again. Thank you to everyone on social media that's given me positive comments, and I really appreciate the support. Here's episode 5, week 6 of the Blakedown.
Into the penalty area, some good give and go here. There's a shot, and they've opened the scoring.
This team goal by North Carolina is fantastic. If you notice that there's always players on the move, they're always giving the attacking player who's got the ball an option to move. For Rios there, he has 2 or 3 options at the time when he received the ball, and he just found himself in extremely good space. But again, it's just the constant movement of the team, and it makes it very difficult for the defenders to track runners. Once again, it's a fantastic first-time finish, especially on turf, into the top corner.
Oh, bad back pass. Arboleda picks it up, takes the shot, and puts it in the back of the net.
Arboleta's goal starts with his positioning. If you notice, he gives himself an opportunity to close down the centre-back, and he reads the pass extremely well and uses his pace to get there. And then obviously, once he's used his pace, he has to slow himself down. And you see from the finish that there's nothing the keeper could do about that. The celebration is not so much in for Player of the Week, but the finish definitely is.
For Escalante. Well to pick this up, goes through the legs of Navarro, sends the service, had it.
Escalante's skill here has 2 or 3 different stages. The first stage is when he receives the ball, and it's not the greatest ball to him, but he makes the most out of it. And when he turns, the defender, he's expecting the defender to tackle him. When the defender doesn't make a move, then that's his opportunity to create the skill. And the composure as well. Once he's made the skill, not to get carried away, but to have the composure to cross it. And it's a fantastic cross, and I think he's expecting more from his striker there.
Iwasa, Bijev. Bijev cuts, plays it across, oh, it's in!
When Hall receives the ball here, it's not the easiest ball to deal with. He uses it to his advantage, and it draws 2 defenders out. And once he's drew the 2 defenders out, it then creates more space for Bijev. And when he receives the ball, I think the defender's expecting him to go on his right foot, but he does a fantastic skill, And at a tight angle there, it's a fantastic finish. The composure to relax himself, but to slot it through the keeper is fantastic. And it makes it very difficult for the keeper to get down low when he shoots it at his legs. I hope you've all enjoyed episode 5, week 6 of the Breakdown. I look forward to seeing you next week.
They've been giving out free t-shirts online. There's also some freebies out in the market.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park. Sean Steimel, Rob McAllister with you. Tulsa Roughnecks. First time they won into the half with a lead this year, and it's against the #1 Sacramento Republic. Let's take a look now, presented by Select, our fans' choice of the goal of the week. And we're gonna head out east as Vijev was in the running, at least in our hearts, but it was Ken Tribbett with an absolute beauty. No doubt about it, that's the goal of the week.
Yes, as much as I appreciate Bijev's solo effort, that's the goal of the week. That you just don't see that very often. He's not inside the 6. That's an incredible goal.
And let's take a look now at our fans' choice first save of the week. And you might see a familiar face here. Josh Cohen preserving what could have been another goal for Colorado Springs.
And that you see that save without context. That saved the game. That saved the lead. That's such a good save. It's what Josh Cohen does.
I think Jaquan was even given a couple pats on the back saying, that was good. So Sacramento fans here trying to stay warm, a little bit cool night. Temperatures dipping in the 50s, but they're looking to get a little bit warmed up if they can get a goal here for their hometown team. We'll have an upcoming schedule come for you, and then we'll have this second half kickoff. Don't go away right here on the My 58.
Hey, it's Vince Bloom. Springtime means do-it-yourselfers, little leaguers, and everyone wants to be outside and driving a new 2017 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesel. Because during the spring sales event at Elk Grove Dodge, you can save $20,000 off MSRP. I've got over 80 in stock, and they're all eco-friendly, and they're all on sale. Save over $20,000 on all new 2017 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels. Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
When you set out to find new roads, you can't do it alone. You need a partner on the journey, one you can count on. More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
See your greater Sacramento area Chevy dealers.
I Love Lasher, starring Vince Bloom and the Canine Companions for Independence Puppies.
They're all dressed up because during the Subaru Loves the Earth event, these busy bees are partnering with the California Honey Festival to support sustainable farming initiatives like beekeeping. They also love the sweet deals on new 2018 Forester 2.5i CVTs, only $23,870. Plus, get financing as low as 0% for up to 48 months, or lease one for only $159 a month. Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Subaru, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, and online at elkgrovesubaru.com.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park here in Sacramento. Rob McAllister, Sean Steimel with you here tonight. Kevin Goldthwait will be back on Wednesday as the Republic take on Portland. And the Republic here with a team that has been, well, struggling is not even the word here because Tulsa has been pretty horrendous in the first couple of weeks, but it does not quite matter. They have the lead here tonight. Let's take a look at our upcoming matches brought to you by Western Health Advantage. So at Portland on Wednesday, and then the third match in 8 days against Seattle on Sunday, a rare Sunday game. That's at 1:30. Both of those games will be on the My 58. And then home, but tough away here for Sacramento in the coming weeks.
Yeah, you're looking for results from those first two games. And then that Reno game, I know they're not playing well early in the season. But we know what they're capable of. And then that Phoenix match, that's the one I'm looking forward to. That's going to be a good matchup.
And let's take a look at Tulsa as they are on this West Coast swing. It doesn't get a lot easier for this club either, as Tulsa needs to pick up points. They're going to head down to South Nevada, and then they'll be hosting the 1868. And then some opportunity and surprising teams. San Antonio has not played that well this year, despite being a favorite early on to potentially take the whole thing.
I think that's the surprise of the Western Conference so far, is the play of San Antonio. I'm also surprised that Tulsa has played this poorly, but San Antonio, I mean, you said it. We were expecting them to fight for the top of the table. They're not there.
Well, Tulsa, even though they had the lead here tonight, this is a team that lost a big player, Juan Pablo Caffa, a year ago. Now plays for Fresno, and a maestro in the midfield, a player that could do it all for them and really help the development of Joaquin Rivas. Now he is gone. Other players have had to step up. They haven't really been able to replace his position, a true number 10 for David Vandril and this Tulsa side. Let's see if things are starting to change for the Roughnecks here. But while we have some time here, Sean, let's take a review of your keys to the match and see how things shaked out after that first 45 minutes.
Not well. We'll say that, not well. The first one was early and often. I wanted to see Republic get on the attack early and stay there. Keep the foot on the pedal. They started to do that towards the end of the first half, but early on they did not do well. Win the midfield, that's the one they've done well at. They found space in the midfield. Now they need to play through it. They're playing too much out wide, playing too much from the back line. They have space in the midfield. They need to play there. And the third one, keep it clean. They lost that in the second minute. This is a team that is struggling to score in Tulsa. You wanted to come into this match and see a clean sheet. You wanted to produce a result that's emphatic. This team has trouble scoring goals. They give up a lot of goals. You wanted to come into this match and produce a result. Now that can still happen. Forget about the clean sheet. You can go out and play this second half. You can produce a result. You can win 4-1. You can go out and dominate this half. It's for the taking. There is space to be had for Republic. They have the players that are capable of scoring goals, so don't necessarily worry about that third key. They'll have time to fix it.
Well, this is a club, when we talk about Tulsa, this is their 4th season now in the USL. Their last year was their best year as a club. 14-4-14, just above Sacramento. They were in 7th place, did lose in the first round to San Antonio 2-1.
Stoppage time penalty, was it?
It was.
That's a tough way to lose.
It was a tough match, and so Tulsa looked to be on the rise. So a disappointing start for this Oklahoma team, but nonetheless, they've got the edge on the Republic here as we get underway in the second half of play. They'll switch to the north end of the field. Here's Adam Moffitt and company moving forward toward the south end. And no substitutions were made for either side. The only substitution coming in the game was early on for Santiago Maidana, who was replaced by Michael Benz, excuse me.
Yeah, Republic still playing a little shorthanded, still have some guys out with injury. Cameron Owasa is on the bench tonight, but I'm not sure we'll see him tonight. He's been a huge producer for this Republic offense. Kevin Aliman has been a gigantic force in that midfield. So they are missing some guys to make that crucial sub you need, but they have guys in the field right now who are more than capable of producing a result.
And that is the game's first offside call, comes in the second half. Carlos Rodriguez allowing Arce to get behind him. Arce has done a nice job of drawing fouls and picking up some frustration. Mirkovic goes hard into Jeremy Hall. And Jeremy Hall and Mirkovic going to continue to chat a little bit. And I think you're right. It's got to heat up here a little bit between these two sides. Bodies flying all over the place. Shannon Gomez can't believe it.
And he has to be extremely careful. He's on a yellow. A tackle like that, although I love the aggression there, he has to be very careful. If Republic goes down a man, it makes this result a lot tougher to secure.
So Paris G able to draw the foul against Shannon Gomez. Arce spinning away from Matiasic. Send it forward to Benz. Benz cross that in. Josh Cohen, where Tainter comes across and makes the play on it. Now it's a follow-up, a curling ball by Fernando Arce, and it's played by Josh Cohen, who will throw it out and find Adam Moffitt in the midfield, battling with Mirkovic.
Like to see a little bit more communication there between Tainter and Cohen. Cohen was right behind him. I'm sure he was yelling at him. He's an extremely vocal keeper. Got to let the keeper have that, then you start the counter.
Gomez inside the penalty area, working his way near the 6, and it's kicked away by Fabian Cerda. Good clear out from the Tulsa Roughnecks.
We talked about unsung heroes in that first half, Adam Moffitt being a name that comes to mind. I am officially president of the Shannon Gomez fan club. I think he's been fantastic for this club early on. As you can see, he can play both outside backs positions. The pace he has on him, the athleticism, the clearances he's made. He's able to get forward and make crosses in. I'm a big believer in Shannon Gomez's talent. I think he provides a lot for this Republic team.
The pace is one thing they have not quite had at the right back or left back position. This is his first get-go of the left back position, but you've had guys like James Kiffey and Elliott Horde in those roles, but more tactically quick off the ball. And speaking of Elliott Horde, looks like he's going to be close to returning along with Josh Turnley, both going a full running drills before this match here tonight. Matty Osic goes down and a foul drawn against Francisco Ugarte, who, surprising enough, as a captain, has been fairly quiet tonight. And he is a team leader, returned after resigning in the offseason. Very versatile player for Tulsa, but almost non-existent tonight. He's been glued to Christian Isley, and maybe that's been his lone role from David Vadril.
Yeah, we haven't heard much from him because we haven't heard much from Christian Isley. He's doing his job. That's a good sign from a center back, is when you don't necessarily hear their name, doesn't mean they're not playing well. It means they're taking out their opposition.
Isley with 2 goals on the year. The 25-year-old also signed in the offseason from the general manager, Todd Dunovit. The new TD for this Republic team. You can see the way Adam Moffitt, it's a quick touch. He's not on the ball for very long, keeps it moving. And it's such a difference as you move up in the ranks. As MLS, it's even just a bit quicker. Moffitt goes down. Hall is going to come to it. Draws a late foul. The whistle blows from Victor Rivas.
And that's exactly what it is. When you're used to playing at a higher level, you have to play quicker. You don't have as much time. When you move down in ranks, yeah, you're going to have a little bit more time. That's the level of competition. But he knows he's got to get it out quick.
Here's Bajev. A little bit of space taken away by Levin. Moving nicely along the right side. Tulsa with this 1-goal advantage. Poked free from behind from Bajev. Good play defensively. Isley can't stay on his feet. Republic have created the flex pack to fit your busy schedule. Pick 4 to 6 matches and make the pack work for you. Visit us online to get your tickets.
Yeah, that might be the first changeup that we'll see from Republic. That's not how you want to get the ball to Isley, is have him checking back in and holding play up. That's not his best game. His best game is running on the balls, is sending deep balls in for him to run onto, get a shot on goal. Getting him into the box and sending across it for him to head it in. This is not necessarily his play, and this is something that brings up the absence of Cameron Iwasa. That's Cameron Iwasa's game, is the hold-up play. Getting that ball, making the next pass. We've seen Republic, a few of their goals this year have come off Iwasa's hold-up play. That's not Isley's game. Maybe that has to change a little bit tonight for Republic, as we see it again here. That's not necessarily the best pass for Isley, although that's a good one out to Matty Osic.
Matty Osic back to Seiler, playing right back tonight. His first start in that position this year. Soft touch, working his way, angling it, trying to send it, crossing. Matty Osic just fires on goal, and it's just off the hand of Serta. As Matty Osic and Seiler with a perfect 1-2 combination, and Matty Osic tried to sneak it through the near post.
Jure Matty Osic is going to help this team. He's going to be in the right spot. He's going to put the ball where it needs to be put as Seiler makes the good attacking play. You see, as soon as that ball's loose, Matty Osic he picks his head up. He knows exactly where he's putting it. That's a great save from Serta.
Outswinging corner, crashing in the Republic. Tulsa comes away. Good slide tackle from Tulsa. Switching the field, they're on the break. Rivas showing his wheels. Jaime Villarreal's got to get back, touches it back one more time. A save from Josh Cohen. Carlos Rodriguez ran all the way back and disrupted it just enough. And Josh Cohen able to get a paw on it, and another big save from the keeper.
That's what I'm talking about. In the stat sheet, that's a save. That's all that is. But momentum-wise, if he doesn't make that save, this is 2-0. Republic's going down 2 goals. It makes it a much tougher scenario. That's what Josh Cohen does. He makes these momentous saves. He's in the right position. He has to come off of his line to make that play.
So Riggs Lennon with his best look on goal tonight, and it was disrupted just enough from Carlos Rodriguez, who unfortunately has dealt with injuries the last year or two, and that has kept him off the pitch. Finally starting to get it together, staying healthy, made the long run here, and not sure whether or not this is a hamstring issue or potential groin issue, but this would not serve Simon Elliott and the Republic well for a player who still is quite young at the age of 19. But if he can stay on the pitch here, that'll be a good sign for the Republic fans.
And I go back to that corner kick after Mariasic's shot on goal. Republic has their big bodies in the box. Rodriguez, Mitchell Tainter, Christian Isley making a play on that ball. And it sails through untouched. That's something we've seen the past few years from Republic. They had gone, I think it was 25 games without even getting a shot on goal off a corner kick, let alone scoring. They've got to produce something there. There's got to be a touch, because if you don't get a touch, the clearance and the counterattack becomes that much easier. And you just saw it. You get beat. You have Jaime Villarreal as the man back, not necessarily known as a speedster. He's going up against Rivas, who is a speedster. You don't want to put yourself in those scenarios. You need to get a touch. You need to get a shot on that corner kick. You have the big bodies in the box. Something's got to be produced there. You can't let that ball slide through.
Bajev goes down. Late whistle from Victor Rivas, a collision just outside the circle. Jeremy Hall stayed up on his feet. And Carlos Rodriguez still being attended to by the training staff along the touchline, and he's wrapping his arm instead. So potentially could be an injury to his wrist as he slid in to make that challenge. Quite a gutsy move by Carlos Rodriguez. Able to have a clean tackle and just divert it up. Mariasic, Isley, Hall laid it up. No one there, and it's going to be easy for Michael Benz here, the Jamaican national.
Looks like Rodriguez is okay, looking to check back in.
And here he comes, and he's wrapped up that left wrist of his. Jaime Villarreal, Bajev holding, looking to spray it up. Moffitt looking to make a run. Serta will send it into the stands. He'll curl back in just enough. Fabian Serta's made a couple of big plays tonight for Tulsa. 6-foot goalkeeper. The Chilean. Couple of injuries. Here's Mariasic. Volleys it down. Looking to cut back into his left foot. Has a strong strike from the Republic's Christian Isley. And Isley sends it high. And finding target is going to be key in those situations. The buildup has been very impressive from this Republic side, Sean. The finish has not been there tonight.
That has to be on frame. That's your striker with a ball laid off just outside the box with minimal pressure. That's at least got to be put on frame.
Mirkovic sliding toward the end and maybe just bumped him enough. But you're absolutely right. The Republic trail a goal here. And as the minutes tick on, so do the confidence of Tulsa, who is looking for their first point ever against the Republic and their first win on the season. As Mirkovic draws the foul against Jeremy Hall. Want to get exclusive video content photography from across the USL? Well, make sure to follow the league's official Instagram account at USL Soccer. Bajev. Good ball here to Christian Isley. And Wyatt Omsberg. Loney from Minnesota. Cleared away. Vian Bajev, the USL Team of the Week for his game-winning goal against Colorado Springs. And it's starting to pick up between Jeremy Hall and even Ivan Mirkovic. And Mirkovic has handed his first yellow of the evening, and it's his third of the season. And now Jaime Villarreal and Levin getting into it. And Levin continues to push and shove after the whistle and after the yellow card is handed out.
Ivan Mirkovic given a yellow card, and the sky is blue. It's just what he does. He's going to be a physical presence on the field. He's going to start stuff. He's going to get chippy. and he's going to make tackles, and he'll clip you. He'll clip you every now and then. He'll take tactical fouls. He'll be fine with that. But that's just how he plays. He plays hard. He plays tough. Sometimes it gets a little chippy.
Tulsa's game plan, pretty obvious from the get-go, is to disrupt the Republic. I think they've had it a little bit too easy against teams here, not being physical enough. Seattle tried that tactic, and it worked for the most part. Here's Adam Moffitt sending the ball in. Osberg able to get to it. Now Tulsa looking to break with Arce. On the long left side, here's finding Benz. Played in Portmore, Jamaica. Curling cross. Hall. And out of play. Talked a lot about not putting a full 90 together. Republic have been dominant in the second half of play several times this season, coming from behind to either tie or win. And a lot of that has to probably give credit as a tough collision between Arce and Carlos Rodriguez. It'll be a goal kick for Sacramento. Give a lot of credit to Jesse Sands. He's got this team in shape. They're probably the most fit club in the Western Conference, and they've been able to just beat teams purely based on their fitness level and their ability to break free and find some goals. That's obviously not going to continue through the rest of the year, and I think that's what Simon Elliott's concern is can this team start to tactically play better for a full 90, because this isn't going to work when it comes July and August.
Yeah, this is a very tough way to continue to produce results. And yes, the results are there. They've gotten everything they've needed from this early start to the season, but as you said, that's not always going to be the case. They can play the exact way they're playing right now and catch a hot team in June and get blown off the pitch. I mean, that's just what's going to happen in this league. You're playing talented teams every time you step on the pitch. If you don't bring your best, if you're not fit, if you're fatigued, you're going to get beat. Teams are going to score on you, and they're going to shut you out. So yes, the results are fantastic, and yes, you can point to the stamina of this team and the fight in this team with all the comeback draws and the victories. This can't keep up. You cannot rely on second half performances after you've dug a first half hole.
Well, here's a play for Sacramento, a misstep from Ugarte. Matiasic trying to find Isley from behind. A tough angling ball, and Tulsa able to slow down the attack from Sacramento. Tainer finding Hall. Villarreal. Matiasic, good ball. Adam Moffitt onside. Moffitt with a shot on goal, looking for a cross to send a crashing teammate in Christian Isley, and Isley couldn't get a boot to it. Nearly 1-1 here in Sacramento.
It's a difficult ball. It's a difficult ball for a striker to get on the end of. But if you're a striker at this level, you've got to at least get a boot on this. This is a great pass from Matiasic. An absolutely tremendous first touch from Adam Moffitt, taking him towards goal and sending that ball across. Isley selling out for that ball, but man, just the slightest of touches probably would have done the job there.
Almost would have liked Moffitt to go for goal on that as well. Either way, the Republic still down a goal. It was Joaquin Rivas, the former Republic midfielder, who scored in the second minute off an assist from Paris G. Moffitt playing his best soccer in a Republic uniform in the span of the last couple of weeks. He's healthy, he's playing well, and he's got this team in first place in the Western Conference. Ball over the top. Gomez will circle around back to it. Paris G will recover as well.
This is what you want to see from Republic, getting guys forward, getting into the box, sending balls in.
Bijev looking for Matiasic. Matiasic just lays it off enough, and Michael Bin's able to cut it off. And now he's going to be a one-man show moving forward. A tackle from behind. Cole Seiler angling ball. Is he onside? And it appears that he wasn't. But here he is. Cameron Owasa. There was concern whether or not Owasa would even play tonight. And the UC Irvine alum, Jesuit High School product, will come in for Christian Isley, the first substitution for the Republic tonight. And it comes in a 63rd minute.
Yeah, a healthy Owasa is your best choice right now. If he can give you a solid half hour here, I think he makes a strong impact on this game. I think his physical play with the hold-up passes that Isley wasn't necessarily built for, that's Owasa's game. So I think this is the right move from Simon Elliott. Making it now gives it enough time for Republic to gel into this type of game and have him make an impact in the game.
Cameron Iwasa leads the Republic with 3 goals on the year. A 4th one would be greatly appreciated from the home side. Cole Seiler all the way up. Seiler chipping it up over the top. Iwasa, first touch, headed to him. Moffitt. Moffitt can't get a clean strike on it. Tulsa clears it away.
Positive, though. All positive. All in the box, looking for each other, getting shots on goal. This is all positive play from Republic. Be the aggressor. Be the team that possesses the ball, gets it in the offensive zone, and gets shots on goal. Be that team.
Well, join us as we celebrate Mom for our next home match on Saturday, May 12th. The Republic face Reno 1868. Gates open at 6 o'clock. Action starts, of course, at 7:30. Get your tickets now, SacRepublicFC.com. That's the day before Mother's Day. Republic moving forward. Cole Seiler. Benz and Seiler. And the crowd, as you can see, not happy with Victor Rivas, as neither is Jeremy Hall.
Victor Rivas set the tone early in this game, though. He was going to call those fouls. He knows that this is going to get chippy, and he's calling those fouls consistently. Whether or not you agree with it, it has been consistently called that way.
So Cameron Iwasa just checked in, and Wilson Nisha will not be too far behind him here. Michael Benz, who came in as a substitute in the 10th minute for an injury, has played well for this Tulsa side. Levin with the cross, and it's into the arms of Josh Cohen.
And now you pick your eyes up. Now you have options. You have space.
Matijasic looking for Moffitt.
Matijasic tried to make the spectacular pass. The outside of the foot. Defender read it. Just play the simple ball. Play out wide to Bijev out on the left. It's part of the gelling process. These guys, having Matijasic come in, yes, he's a talented player, but it's going to take moments like that it's not going to happen automatically. It's tough to do.
Levin is down. The play will resume. Matijasic. Levin back up near the touchline.
That's a good ball. That's a good ball from Matijasic. Lead Moffitt into the right area. Moffitt sends it one touch. You earn a corner kick. That's a positive play.
Fans rumbling their feet here on the metal bleachers at Papa Murphy's Park.
They want something to cheer for. They want something to explode for.
Sacramento have not been the best club on set pieces the last couple of years. This one's lofted in, back post, failed away. Tulsa caught a break there. Not able to hang on was Fabian Serta. No one was there to pick it back up. Jeremy Hall steps in. Whistle blown near the touchline, and we'll have a substitution here. It is the Darlington, England native, Wilson Nishan. He will come in for Jaime Villarreal, the next opportunity. And that opportunity has come now. So Wilson Nishan with a breakout season in 2017. 5 goals, 5 assists in 29 appearances. He has yet to score here in 2018, and what a perfect night it would be to have him put one on the board in an evening where the Republic have not played their best, and they trailed to the worst team in the Western Conference 1-0.
I like this substitution from Simon Elliott. If there's one guy you need to get going on this Republic team, it's Wilson Nisha. And trust me, he's not a guy that lacks confidence. If you've talked to him for 10 seconds, you know he's a confident guy. But on the pitch, if he can produce results, if you get him going, if you have Iwasa going, and you have Bijev giving on Team of the Week, this offense becomes very potent and very tough to stop. So this is a solid chance for him. Next half hour or so, if he can make an impact, that would go a long, long way.
Great bladed ball from Matijasic. Just able to get a toe on it was Jonathan Levin. Maybe a tad stronger, and it would have been go for goal for Wilson Nisha. Would have been an offside. Peeling back is Riggs Lennon. Riggs Lennon has moved up to be more of an attacking player in this second half of action. Falling back has been Fernando Arce.
That was an excellent play from Levin. Yes, it was weighted just a little bit too soft, but getting a toe on that, and not only getting a toe on it, but stopping the ball and keeping it at your feet. That's a very tough defensive play, especially when you have a speedster like Wilson Nishaw coming at you.
Whistle blows again for Victor Rivas. Quick restart for Sacramento. Will not allow the sub to come in. Adam Moffitt with all kinds of space. A header from Sacramento. Good look for Cameron Owasa, and looked for that top angle. And Certus watches it sail away, and Sacramento again not able to find target.
Did you see how much time Moffitt had there? How many touches he took going towards goal and no one stopping him? That's what Republic has to get going, is put Tulsa on the back foot. Make them feel your presence. Keep attacking them. Get them back in their own line. You're going to get space. You're going to get touches in the offensive zone. It's all about converting them. That's a tough header. Owasa did well to redirect that, but that's the type of movement you want, is those touches in the offensive zone.
Well, making his 2018 debut in the USL is Michael Gamble, second-round draft pick in 2016 from New England. Signed in the offseason, the 24-year-old Wake Forest star will replace Riggs Lennon, which is a bit surprising, as I thought Riggs playing really the best match in here in the last 25 minutes or so for this Tulsa side. So a good sign for Simon Elliott and Sacramento Republic to see Riggs Lennon out of the game.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the move I would have made. That's an interesting take there.
Well, Levin tried to sneak back in. Victor Rivas wasn't having it. Josh Cohen will send it upfield. Excuse me, Fabian Serta will send it upfield. Bajev back to Halt. Scramble, Rivas able to come away with it. Crowd just waiting to erupt here at Papa Murphy's Park, as they have trailed since the second minute of action against this Tulsa side.
This is probably the quietest I've heard Papa Murphy's Park this year, but you can feel the murmur. You can feel them getting into this and sensing that Republic's making the right plays. They just need to produce one result. This place will go crazy.
Tulsa, meanwhile, who has not had much of the possession, just trying anything at this point, trying to break that back line. Josh Cohen comes out again. Sacramento has scored 9, given up 6 after the one here in the second minute. Meanwhile, Tulsa has scored just 5 and given up 11. Scored only half of their matches, 3 of 6. Scored 2 in the others, and that was once a produce of a draw just a week ago. Moffitt, hard ball to Seiler. Seiler up off his knees. Again, Michael Benz. Some of the crowd growing a little bit restless here as well.
It's a little bit of the inexperience from Seiler of playing right back, not used to being in that position of getting forward and receiving that ball and then turning and making an offensive play. Just a little bit out of sync. They're still trying to figure out what positions they're trying to play in, introducing the new guy, Matijasic, getting the subs on. The gelling process is taking a little bit longer than they needed to.
Mirkovic steps in front of Shannon Gomez. And Mirkovic still down. It was Mirkovic who went in on Gomez, however.
I don't see much there.
And he called that on Shannon Gomez, who had the ball at the time. Not really quite sure how that works out. Either way, Tulsa will reset. So Bijev sends that to play.
It's not quite desperation time. I mean, it's early on in the year. You definitely want the result, but this isn't time for, you know, an all-out assault on the goal. But you want to get guys forward right now if you're Republic. You don't want to have to play out of the back too many times. Like I said, you want to win the midfield battle here. You want to play through the middle. There's space all over the field if you can find it, which they've been able to do somewhat, but it's been tough. There have been been some physical plays, and again, Rivas consistently calling these fouls.
Ugarte climbing the back of Wilson Nisha. Nisha may have scuttled underneath him just a bit, and that where the whistle was drawn. Seems the rhythm the Republic had in the first half has gone a bit away here. Card cross in from Benz. A follow-up. Here comes Tulsa again. Gee with a little bit of a chip shot. Adam Moffitt. The beautifully laid ball back to Josh Cohen, and Sacramento to thwart the attack again. Jeremy Hall moving forward, trying to spring someone forward. Had Bajeb to his left. Awasa up top, and Awasa will continue to pressure along with Wilson Nisha. Not out of it quite yet. Tulsa looking toward the middle. Seiler steps up. That one pass just has not been there for Sacramento. Bajeb giving chase.
Good cutoff play from Carlos Rodriguez there.
It's gotten a little sloppy on both sides here. Moffitt just trying to send it forward. Trying to keep that back line honest a little bit. Wassa with a fresh pair of legs. Wassa was out there getting some extra running in early before this match started, and he said he didn't feel any sharp pains anywhere. It was just sore a little bit all over. I think these guys still trying to get used to the new regimen implemented by Simon Elliott. And these guys say it's tough. This is the toughest training that they've had playing with any team, and so they feel ready, and they think it's going to pay off in the long run. They're just still dealing with some of those nicks and bruises that they may not typically have at this type of year. But as we've seen from this club, this has been a team that has been so dominant in the second half. It's paid off so far. Moffitt shielding it, looking for Bajeb. Rivas has been all over the park tonight. Already has a goal. Arce. Gonna go for distance. Back into his six goes Cohen. Republic FC launching its 2018 Nike kits. Purchase yours online, sacrepublicfc.com, or visit the team store located at the corner of 17th and Broadway in downtown Sacramento. Gomez. Matiasic back to Gomez. Gomez just outside the 18. Can Bajeb clean it up? Levin able to disrupt just enough.
Tulsa just making the defensive play when they need to. They've been in the right spot, the right positions. Public's actually had some pretty good build-up plays, some good spots. They've just been there to snuff it out. They game plan this match very well.
Fairly quiet here at Papa Murphy's Park tonight. Temperatures in the mid-50s, wind blowing about 15 miles an hour toward the north end of the field.
Chip, 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 chip. Very chippy out there.
And may have another substitution for Tulsa coming up as well. It has been labeled an official sellout here at Papa Murphy's Park. Battling Hall, Arce. Arce is whistled. So Josh Morton coming in at the next opportunity. Public trying to make something happen here.
Good play there from Seiler.
Build up. Wilson Nisha cross. Bajeb there. The build-up's been there. The finish has not. Sacramento still with an opportunity here. And they just can't find that last pass or that last shot on goal. Now it's Benz working forward. Benz will peel off. Tulsa looking for another goal. A little bit of space here. To his left foot. A strike on distance hits the post. Tulsa lulling the Republic to sleep and nearly made it 2-0 in a blink of an eye.
You can say that again. That was a not the best minute of football from Sacramento Republic. Just kind of let that counterattack go and get all the way down the field. Didn't really stop the ball at all, and they got a shot. And that's not what you want to see from Republic.
Another opportunity at it. Just lazily defending here, the Republic, and Josh Cohen watches that as it tags that near post. So it remains 1-0, a Joaquin Rivas goal, and a substitution as Josh Morton comes in for Ivan Mirkovic. And Mirkovic getting a few applauses from the home side here for all that he did in a Republic uniform. Very rare do you see players other side getting an applause or two. And also the Republic will be making another change as well. Their third and final substitution coming up. Looks to be Luis Espino, the youngster. Very good on the ball. Simon Elliott throwing everything at this here, trying to get that final goal he would like to see cleaned up. And that final third, Matty Osic, who's played well tonight in his first start for the Republic, sends a deep ball in right into the hands of Fabian Serta.
That's Tulsa's game plan, clearly. They're okay with you sending balls into the box. They have big physical defensive players. They're going to block you off. Bijev was double teamed right there.
Fast distribution here. Wilson Nisha. Nisha trying to angle forward and too heavy of a touch. And again, Tulsa escapes.
Yeah, not sure what happened there on the distribution from Serta, but right to Republic. And
here's Bijev, send a cross in, and it's cleared away.
The chances are there. They're there. The opportunities are here for Republic as they take this quickly. Short to Seiler.
Back to Bijev, chance for Republic, off the post. Cameron Iwasa can't turn on it, and the Republic can't score.
Unbelievable. Perfectly played, lulled Tulsa to sleep, as now the counterattack's going to get snuffed out by Hall, but Bijev playing it short to Seiler. Seiler back to Bijev with a perfect ball to Iwasa just outside the 6-yard box and sends it on frame. How that ball doesn't get scored is, wow, Tulsa escaped. Just gets a touch. Serta making a spectacular save, using every bit of the post. Iwasa cannot believe that ball's not in the back of the net. Boy, oh boy.
Cameron Iwasa looking for goal number 4. Would have been a big one here to tie it. Republic fans seeing this far too often tonight. There were a great build-up from the Republic. Good opportunities in the final shot on goal, just not able to find. And much of the frustration that we saw in 2017 were plays just like that. Benz has caused just enough trouble, and to me has had a big influence on this team. Well, so Carlos Rodriguez is out, and how about this for Luis Espino, who's seen very limited action here in this 2018 season. He's getting an opportunity to do something, and you'll likely see Jeremy Hall move to the back. Potentially a 3-back set for the Republic. Matty Osic has a little bit of time, trying to squeeze it in to Luis Espino. Has Bijev out wide, finding now Nisha. Nisha dancing with it. Too many touches, and 4 white jerseys around him, and able to thwart attack yet again against this Republic team. Battling Cole Seiler. Rivas takes a dive. Stepping in. Still Arce. Arce moving forward, peeling off his gamble. Morton to his left. Soft heel. Blown opportunity for Tulsa, but Shannon Gomez couldn't keep it at his feet. Tulsa building. Republic now, can they counter? Plays it forward, Matty Osic. Matty Osic deep into the corner, looking for Bijev, and too heavy of a touch.
Sloppy. Sloppy play from both sides.
Republic have created the Flex Pack to fit your busy schedule. Pick 4 to 6 matches and make the pack work for you. It's Republic online to get tickets. SacRepublicFC.com. They trail 1-0 here. A frustrating match for fans here at Papa Murphy's Park is Joaquin Rivas, former midfielder for Sacramento, scored in the 2nd minute on an assist from Paris G. A couple of opportunities. The best look coming for Cameron Owasa on a cross set in from Jan Bijev that hit the post. And we stay 1-0 here in the final 10 minutes or so of this match. Sacramento trying to preserve this winning streak against a club that has been one of the worst in the USL. Just 2 points on the season. Would do wonders for them if they can pick up 3 on the road in one of the tougher places to play in all of USL.
They have definitely played to their game plan. Scoring the early goal, of course, helps. That's a crucial part of it. Is playing with the lead is, I mean, it makes everything easier. But their defensive schemes have been spot on. They've been everywhere Republic has been trying to attack. Even the goal chance from Cameron Owasa. There's a man on his back, and the goalkeeper was in the position. I mean, they've had the answer to every question that Republic has asked them tonight.
Let's get a bit physical along the touchline. Shannon Gomez, Adam Moffat, Luis Espino in there as well. It's broken up calmly without any further issues. Can Sacramento put one in the back of the net here? They've had a couple of opportunities, not been able to convert. They have found magic last couple of matches in the second half. Can it continue here? David Vadril and his squad from Tulsa looking to knock off the Republic and keep them at 14 points. Bad ball from the back from Cole Seiler.
Just a bit off, just a bit off, not totally in sync with each other, just not being able to find that final crucial pass. They've had the opportunities, they've had space. They still have space in this match. Even with Tulsa protecting the lead, they're giving up space. There are chances.
Luis Espino, late whistle comes again. Crowd quite unhappy. Which teams are hitting peak performance in the USL? Find out every Monday afternoon. USLsoccer.com power rankings are released to see where your team sits after the most recent results. So Joaquin Rivas walks over and lets Michael Benz know that he's keeping an eye on the clock. And they will be added toward the end of the game. So he's not doing his team a whole lot of service. And we'll watch the takedown again.
There's nothing there.
Give credit to Tulsa. This is what they wanted to make this game. Quite ugly. Get the win. Just get points. It probably was the goal here tonight. And if they can pick up 3, they don't really care how ugly it is because no one's going to remember a month from now.
Nope. A result is a result. They had the game plan. They came in and they executed, at least for 85 minutes.
We'll visit the USL's Instagram story every Monday evening to watch Kelsey Steele's hat trick as she breaks down 3 key talking points from the previous week's action. That is on the USL's Instagram story every Monday evening. So Michael Benz, who has been a critical piece since coming in as a substitution, has really played an impact for this Tulsa side and had his match known. He's the guy who has made the story a little bit better in favor of the Tulsa Roughnecks.
Yeah, he's been strong on the counterattack. Anytime that ball's come out wide, he's taken the quality touches to just push Republic back into their own end. Even if it doesn't result in a goal, it doesn't even have to result in a shot. He's done well to get that counterattack into the Republic zone, get Republic pushed back on their back feet. And he's made an impact on this match.
Gamble, who came in as a substitute, to Morton, the other substitute for this side. Strong right foot. Sacramento break free. Frustrating for fans here. Republic have not been able to get that counter out into the open. They're trying to close this thing out here as Michael Benz walks back into this match. Cole Seiler has it bounce off his back. Arce pressuring, Rivas comes up to help. Tainer now is going to send an angling ball to Wilson Nishaw.
What a ball.
Beautiful play ball. Benz back up. Nishaw will earn a corner kick. And he'll also earn a few claps from the crowd here at Papa Murphy's Park.
I would say this is an important corner kick.
They don't pay you the big bucks for nothing. Sean Stein will hear. 88 minutes gone by here. Lofted in, chance for Sacramento. First touch, second touch. Luis Espino battling with Gamble, and Gamble's going to send it upfield. Everybody back except for Francisco Arce for this side. Here's Luis Espino just outside the 6 with the left foot. Luis Espino comes in as a substitute, and it may have been tapped in. Either way, it's 1-1. The Republic have tied this thing, and the streak may still be alive for this team that has gone 4-0-2 to open up the season in the first 6 games.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've talked, Republic's whole season has been like this. A very bad first half. And then they turn it on in the second half, and these late goals, this is what they do. Espino finds the space out wide, just puts a ball into the box, put it in a dangerous area, takes a deflection, rolls into the back of the net. It's a very tough recipe to try and get results the entire year this way. But it's hard to argue when it happens. You draw this game in the waning moments of this match, hard to argue with that.
So Luis Espino is credited with the goal. It was Cameron Iwasa who was right there. We may have thought he did score, but it was Luis Espino. But Cameron Iwasa was crashing as well, which likely pulled a defender off. So big credit to the team there for not giving up. Luis Espino with a beautiful move, angling toward goal, and he knots this thing at 1 apiece. The equalizer from Luis Espino is a substitute, and that may earn him a couple of more minutes here in this Republic's early season. Arce in Tulsa, not quite done yet. Cutting in, looking to his right foot. Arce will peel off, too much space for the Roughnecks. Ball sent in, dribbling away, and Cohen will get it. So Sacramento able to stop that attack. 4 extra minutes of stoppage time are brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at Rayleigh's.com. Rayleigh's and Bel Air. Levin and Tulsa trying to feed off this energy. The crowd is now injected back in here. Hard foul. Moffitt goes down. Whistle is blown.
How about that substitution from head coach Simon Elliott? Pushing all the right buttons this year. I mean, I know the players in the field, they make the plays. I don't think he's gotten enough credit. I think he has done a phenomenal job to start off this year in his tenure with Sacramento Republic FC. Bringing Espino on, that changed it. As soon as he came on, bringing him on for a defender, plugging him right in, he made the difference.
Cole Seiler looking for Bajev, but Matty Osic finds it instead. Shannon Gomez on the overlap. Gomez cutting it back in, maybe trying to earn a corner, goes down hard. No whistle blown. But Sacramento still on their front heels. The front of their toes, they say this one lofted in. Espino, who's so good on the ball, grew up in Torreon, Mexico. Played with Carlos Rodriguez, who he came in for in their youth days in Mexico. Gomez. Bajev has space. He loves that angle. Will wait for something better. Sacramento, who is down a goal for 86 minutes, scores here in the closing moments of this one against Tulsa. Bajev looking for Iwasa. Bajev still has it. Iwasa colliding. Here's Espino. Just laid it up, and a good foul from Wilson Nisha to kill any type of counter that might be coming from Tulsa.
Yeah, that was a dangerous giveaway there from Espino. Just trying to thread it through a couple times for the wing on Wilson Nisha. I don't think Nisha was wide enough there. I think he was playing much more too central for that ball to work, but positive play as you saw Bijev and Iwasa kind of get tangled up, making the same run to a similar spot. That's what happens in these scenarios. You're getting everyone forward, you're going to end up in the same spot. You'd like to see them connect on a little through ball right there. Bijev made the right run, but all positive signs.
Well, interesting too, Simon Elliott rarely changes formation and makes players fit the formation versus the other way around. Well, tonight, after that substitution for Carlos Rodriguez, he kept 3 in the back, moves Mitchell Tainter over to the middle, and Moffitt and Jeremy Hall have played as more defensive mids. Moffitt dropping back became almost a 3-2-3-2 in a way.
You have to give credit to Simon Elliott. He made the right decision tonight.
And Luis Espino playing up, had some chance. Matiasic not quite done yet, saving out of his goal. And Serta able to stop Matiasic from turning the quarter. So Fabian Serta, who's given up 2.25 goals a game, his best performance of this season.
By far, he's been spectacular tonight.
He's hoping for a point tonight. Tulsa has never earned a single point against his Republic in 5 tries. Will number 6 be lucky, or can Republic pull off further magic? Crashing hard, an opportunity. Serta comes out.
Still time for one more cross.
Wilson Nisha. Throw for Tulsa. Couple of seconds left here at Papa Murphy's Park. Tulsa got that early goal, and again, the first half, those first 5-10 minutes for Republic is a stinger, because at this point in time, you're looking likely at 3 points. Cameron Iwasa goal could have made this 2-1, but there's no reason that Tulsa should be on the board tonight, and yet here we are, and likely to be an end of a draw here at a point for each side. And it all goes to Tulsa coming out ready, Sacramento playing a little flat-footed.
All starts with the beginning of the game. If you come out flat against teams in this league, they will punish you.
Ball's it. And that will do it. Sacramento somehow crawls back again. They claw their way into another point here at home. They trailed for 86 minutes, down 1-0, and then Luis Espino, unassisted goal in the 88th. And we'll leave with a score of 1-1, and I think the Republic will take the draw. They go to 4-0-3 on the year, extend that undefeated streak, a record here with the Republic in their 5 years. We have a lot more to show you here on the post-game show. Highlights and stats don't go away. Well, we'll tell you who the man of the match is. That's coming up right after this here on the My 58.
So from the 2 trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy.
The Chevy.
The Chevy.
There you go. Boom. That was obvious. And plus it looks cooler.
No doubt about it. Now they know what to get me.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bacon XL NY pizza, topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra-large foldable New York-style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
At U.S. Bank, we believe one small change can echo throughout an entire community. That's why we proudly support, invest, and volunteer in communities like yours. Because the changes we make today
Can you hear me?
shape the possibilities of tomorrow. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
I Love Lasher, starring Vince Bloom and the Canine Companions for Independence Puppies.
They're all dressed up because during the Subaru Loves the Earth event, these busy bees are partnering with the California Honey Festival to support sustainable farming initiatives like beekeeping. They also love the sweet deals on new 2018 Forester 2.5i CVTs, only $23,870. Plus, get financing as low as 0% for up to 48 months, or lease one for only $159 a month. Only at Lasher's Oak Grove Subaru, in the Oak Grove Auto Mall, and online at oakgrovesubaru.com.
Well, it isn't always pretty, but for Sacramento in 2018, it doesn't quite matter. They fight and claw their way until the final whistle blows. And let's see how they did it. Let's take a look at your final highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. And for the Republic, it was not the start that they were looking for, as Paris G and Joaquin Rivas linking up here in a beauty to start this game.
Yeah, just a nightmare start for Republic again. It's just getting caught on the flat foot, way too far back, not a good clearance. Isley's got to do better there, but just the exact start you didn't want if you're Sacramento Republic FC.
And then Tulsa would be on their own heels as Sacramento's attack started to formulate, started to pick up, and it was Fabian Serta who made a couple of really big plays here, would be injured on this play, but would stay in the game. But another great punch out and gave his teammates just enough time to recover, made two really great stops in a row.
Yeah, Serta did his job tonight. I mean, he laid his body on the line. He's diving all over the place, diving through guys, landing on guys. He did everything he needed to do to secure a result for Tulsa Roughnecks tonight.
And then Bajev with the left foot, a little soft, not typically seen on his left foot is Vian Bajev. Likes the other angle a little bit better. Still got some space, kept putting the pressure on Tulsa tonight. That's what Republic fans wanted to see. And then Tulsa, they would not be done yet either. And this would be a little bit dangerous here. Is Cohen and Tainer almost a miscommunication? It allows Arce to get a good look on goal.
Yeah, you'd like for Cohen to come out and take that first ball, not to have that come all the way back. But they did well to stop it.
And then again, another opportunity for Tulsa, and just enough. Coming all the way back was Carlos Rodriguez, as Gamble couldn't get a good go on it. Excuse me, that was not Gamble. That was Riggs Lennon, and Riggs Lennon not able to find target, but a great play by Carlos Rodriguez to slow it up just a tad. And again, falling asleep for Sacramento, hits the post, could have been 2-0.
Yeah, there was a lull in this match for Republic. They had about a 20-minute stretch where things did not go their way.
And then Sacramento on the set piece looked so good. It looked it was in. Cameron Owasa turning maybe just a finger on it as Serta was able to change direction enough. And then it would be a substitution. Luis Espino would come in, has all kinds of time here. Rivas not there. Crashing was Owasa and snuck it in. And a perfect place to end this one as Sacramento leaves it on the field 1-1. And Luis Espino, hats off to him. 14 shots on the night, and possession they owned. That's something Tulsa's had trouble with all year, but they'll get their third straight draw for Tulsa. They're starting to feel some momentum in their corner. For Sacramento, I think you got to feel a bit lucky coming away with one here in a 1-1 draw after scoring late in this one, the 88th minute. Now let's take a look now at our our man of the match. Is brought to you by Papa Murphy's, and our man of the match is, of course, Luis Espino on this goal here. Also thought Adam Moffett played really well throughout the game.
Yeah, I like Luis Espino as the pick here. Josh Cohen, I think, is my man of the match for Republic. He made the saves that he needed to, but Espino came on immediately as a substitute, and you felt his presence. You felt his pace, and he was rewarded with a goal.
And let's take a look now at our zoom image of the game, and it's Vian Bajev. Looking toward goal, Ivan Mirkovic insights as well. Did not score on this play, but a good shot nonetheless. Western Conference standings brought to you by Life Storage, and let's take a look where Sacramento is after tonight. One more point, and they have 15 on the season. 7 games played, so they're right in the hunt. Orange County Well, that only that win against Orange County only makes it seem a bit better at this point. That was a late Cameron Owasa goal. There was a difference there. One more game played by OC, so they are at the top with 16 points. But man, Sacramento, what a dream start to this season for this club. But it's not going to get any easier. They're going to head up to the Pacific Northwest, on to Portland on Wednesday. That will be right here on My 58. We will broadcast that one. And then we'll have the Sunday match in Seattle as well. Well, they did it somehow. Not quite sure why it continues to be this way, but for Sacramento, they just find ways to pick up points when it all is against the ropes. 1-1 the final here from Papa Murphy's Park. For Sean Steinwell and our entire crew here from Sacramento, I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Wednesday.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.